I'm not going to start this video by saying that if this message found you, there is a reason. There's dogs barking, you see? Confirmation. Yeah, that's not the case. My message is for a small collective, and I want to narrow down the energy that I am tapping into, and I want you to notice and to see if this message is for you. Again, as always, the messages are channeled from source, from the angels. I work with them, so there's something. Okay, color yellow. First of all, something about the color yellow. Maybe you're wearing something in yellow right now, or okay, that's it. That's the only thing that they want from this collective. You're either wearing something with yellow, or you can see around you something in the color yellow. There's, especially if you see something around you, this is coming quite strong. Like if you look around, you will see something in that color, then that means you're aligned with this energy, you're aligned with this message. This message is coming through because yeah, it is for you. Let's see, I'm gonna get one more card, just stay with me. Okay, cool. So what do we have here? All right, let's start with the first card. I haven't used this deck in a while. Confidence. I love this. So, you're being tested right now. Not tested, I don't really like this word. The universe is trying to, they're trying to 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 make you see things clearly, to make you feel truly what the future is bringing you, what tomorrow is bringing you. And it's not that your confidence is being tested, but they want you to feel confident. They want you to, this is where it's lacking, because there is this fluctuation in your energy where you trust but not fully. But whatever it is that you are going through, especially there's something about tomorrow. There's something about the next days, like something close to the day that you're watching this. But there's a whole difference when you step into something and you're feeling insecure and you're feeling down in your frequency and you're still connected with old patterns of yourself. There's something different between stepping into something that way and stepping into something feeling confident and feeling like, no, I'm not that person anymore. And take this from my own experience. I keep telling myself, I am not that person anymore. I'm not that person anymore. I'm not that anymore. I changed. So use this for yourself. Whenever you find yourself going back to old patterns, to old fears, to old mindsets, to old worries, tell yourself that. Be grounded into your confidence and say, no, I am not going to lose myself in that energy because I am not that anymore. I am not carrying this with me anymore. And in that moment, your confidence locks in. You know, in that moment, your energy shifts. So it's really about understanding yourself and tapping into your own energy and recognizing the moments where the old patterns, the old life is trying to pull you back, because this is happening a lot right now. That's why I was saying you're being tested. It's not like a test, but since we are going through this phase of transformation, the old is resisting to be released, and it's going to try to hold on to you. And it's coming through very strongly. So it is really up to yourself how you're going to see this and how you're going to face this. If you're going to face this as the old version of yourself, if you're going to go back to that, or if you are actually going to say, I'm not that anymore, I'm not going to get into that energy anymore, I'm going to see this from a confident, trustful, faithful, stable self, true self. Okay, sorry, I had to pause the video because I needed to cough. As maybe you can see from my voice, but I'm recovering from a cold. So anyway, you see confidence and then trust. This is what they're talking about. You are right there, and you can either go back and you can either take a leap of faith. You're right in that in between, in that moment where you get to choose, you get to decide, is your life going to change? Is your path, is your journey, is the person who you are going to change? Because in order for you to manifest a different life, you have to be a different person. You can never have a different life staying the same person you've always been. So it's really a matter of choosing to either trust your gut feeling, trust who you are, trust how good you are, trust your power even as a divine being, or going back, or staying where you've always been, but consciously knowing that if you decide to stay, life is not going to change. You're going to have to make peace with what you have and where you are. Okay? Because outside change requires inside change. If you shift yourself, the outside will shift. Okay? It's a mirror. It's aligned with the frequency. So life is going to bring you to this place where you either take a leap of faith, swim, and let life take you where you belong, or you go back, or you stay where you feel somehow comfortable, but it's not you. It's not aligned with you. It's not what you want. It's not who you are. So it's honestly, there's no right or wrong here, but you just have to understand what you truly want and what you're aiming for yourself, for your life. What is your goal? Okay? And I love this card. Justice. This is about balance. The universe is bringing balance. Okay, whatever you've been through, whatever happened, maybe it's like real legal stuff, or just energetic situations that put you out of balance, put your life out of balance, but they're both working together anyway. Justice is coming. And you have to be fair with yourself. That's what they're saying here. If you want justice, you have to be fair with yourself. You have to understand that you're so deserving, and that the universe is ready to give you what belongs to you, what is yours. That perhaps before you were not open for this, you were not aligned with this, you were not in a position of receiving anything because you didn't believe you deserved. You didn't believe you were capable of this. I think we're gonna have to go to part 2 for this one. Oh wow, first time I do this, so let's go to part 2 because the video is gonna get over here. Okay, this is part 2 of our message. If you are seeing me just now, you can go back and watch part 1, or if you just want to stay because that's probably why you're here, just stay. Okay, we were talking about justice, and the angels were saying that you need to be fair with yourself. when it comes to, again, to what you deserve, you can, just, they're saying, allow yourself to have the wildest dreams. Allow yourself to want whatever it is that you want. Allow yourself to just expand your field of perception, because you don't need to dream small. You deserve so much more. You can get so much more. It all goes back to that confidence and that trust, you know having confidence in yourself, having confidence in who you are, in your choices, and trusting that you're not alone in this. The universe is working with you. You're not doing things alone. You have no idea how much the universe is working behind the scenes for you, with you. So be fair to yourself, be fair about the things that you know are the right things to do, are the right things to ask for, to dream about. And justice, again, also justice, even in the matter of legal justice, if you are experiencing something like this, when something is coming from the heart, when something is coming from a fair play, when something is coming from alignment, the universe will always balance things with divine justice in whatever way this can happen. Okay, it's even the law of karma here, right? Sometimes we don't see it, and we have to make peace with this. Sometimes justice is served, but behind the scenes. We don't know, we're not aware of it, we don't see it, but you have to trust. You have to trust that the universe knows what's happening, the universe hears you, the universe knows what you've been through, and the divine love, it's pure unconditional love. It knows better than anyone else, than anything else. It knows how to balance this. So sometimes you don't need to take measures by your hands. You don't need to find justice yourself. Be fair to you. Commit to yourself. Commit to your health. Commit to your joy. Commit to building your dreams, to living. Everything else, even if you feel and you know that perhaps it wasn't fair, let the universe do its work and trust that it's being done. Okay? Because it always does. Even if you're not aware of it. The end goal here is coming home. Is feeling safe at home. And this can be, like a physical home, like maybe moving somewhere, or just upgrading something at home, or feeling good and feeling happy and feeling safe inside your own home, your own place. Regardless of what it is, where it is, this is so important that you feel light when you are at home, that you feel like you can rest, that you're peaceful. This is our home is such a sacred place to be. You need to feel like you can breathe at home. And they're talking about this because perhaps you don't feel it, or you haven't felt like this before. But going back to yourself, having that, taking that leap they were saying here, and saying, I am my true self now. I'm not that person anymore. I'm not that person that lives in fear. I'm not that person that is scared. I'm not that person that feels less. I'm not. So the moment you say that is the moment you find home within yourself as well, because you return home. So that's why they're bringing here. They're bringing you here because they want you to remember what home feels like and what it should be feeling like. that's something sacred, feeling at home. And then again, when you are inside yourself, when you feel comfortable, when you feel safe, when you feel peaceful here, the environment changes as well. The energy around you changes. The energy inside your physical home changes. And they want you to feel this because you deserve, and it's important. And again, home in and out of us is a sacred place, and it needs to be taken care, and it needs to be seen and felt seriously. Okay, so think about this, because you might be there might be a calling to change something when it comes to this, when it comes to home. Again, as I said, maybe shifting things at home, or changing from one place to another, not moving. But you have to hear it, because sometimes the environment doesn't resonate with us. When we upgrade ourselves, when we shift, when we change around us, like sometimes the environment doesn't catch up, and we need to move on. And that's what they're talking about here. So something needs to change when it comes to the physical home, when it comes to where you're supposed to feel home and you're not feeling home. At least not anymore. Perhaps this did happen already. You have moved already, but they're bringing this to help you also understand and be aware of the shifts and the reasons why. Or perhaps you're feeling like you should be doing this, and then this might be just a confirmation, okay, a support, an inspiration for that. But basically, it's all about having confidence that you can, that you deserve, that it's possible for you, trusting the process, trusting yourself, trusting the changes you've experienced. You hear? Confirmation. Trusting who you are and the path ahead of you, trusting that the universe is working with you, breathing and knowing that the universe, the divine love, is operating right now in your favor, helping you rebuild this home and find home, and be at peace with yourself. So yeah, that's why they brought you here. That's why you're receiving this message today. Let me know if it resonates. If you want to book a private reading, a private message, you know where to go. I love you. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon.